you just said something about leading soldiers who had fought in World War II. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about that unit at that time. You were the squad leader
Yeah.
for soldiers that fought in World War II. What was it like to drill with them at that time?
Well, it was great because these guys have been through it, you know, in wartime and training and everything else, combat training. Well, I had some of that, but not to the extent they had. And the good thing was, none of them ever got mad at me. But if I made a mistake, they'd tell me, and I learned from them. And that's the way I got through. Before I enlisted in the Air Force, I visited one of my cousins. He was my mother's first cousin, and he was a commander of Barksdale Air Force Base. He was a bird colonel, but he joined the Air Force when he was 13, or joined the military, the Army. It wasn't the Air Force then, it was Army Air Corps.
Was his dad a Baptist minister also?
And if you want to look him up, his name is Morris Martin, Martin. And Morris told me, he said, I got one piece of advice for you when you go in. Keep your nose clean. That's all he said. Just keep your nose clean. But I found out that people kept telling me, don't volunteer for anything, but I went in and volunteered for everything. Anything that came up, I'd volunteer for it, and it paid off in the long run, promotions. But Morris Martin retired with 30 years service at the age of 43 and still holds the record for the youngest colonel to ever retire with 30 years service.
That's a great story. We'll have to study him a little bit.